From CNBC, Melania Trump questions the Trump assassination attempt story. We need to uncover the truth. CNBC reports former First Lady questioned the official account of the attempted assassination this summer of her husband, Donald Trump. Attempted assassination. Speaking in a dramatically produced 30-second video posted to X to promote her new memoir, Melania argues there is definitely more to this story. She refers specifically to the failure of law enforcement to arrest Thomas Crooks before the near-fatal shooting of Donald Trump. Well, we have the video for you. I believe it is here, and we will play this for you. I like Melania. She's very nice. She minds her own business. She seems like a very good person. Here you go.
The attempt to end my husband's life was a horrible, distressing experience. Now, the silence around it feels heavy. I can't help but wonder, why didn't law enforcement officials arrest the shooter before the speech? There is definitely more to this story, and we need to uncover the truth.
Melania. That's it. Order now at melaniatrump.com. She questions what really happened, and she kept it simple. I wonder. They say CNBC has reached out to Donald Trump's campaign to request comment on the statement by his wife. Whatever. The Secret Service, which protects Donald Trump and other former presidents, has faced intense criticism. Well, let me point this out. You've got this story right now. Let's pull this one up from New York Magazine. Is it going to let me read it? It doesn't want me to read it. Let's see if it'll let me read it. Give me 1 second. So apparently this reporter says she inspected Trump's ear and it was fine. And so we have this one and we'll get into it. The afterlife of Donald Trump. Blah, 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 blah. Olivia Nuzzi. She claims to have examined his ear. Let's see, he said. He tapped the highest point of the helix. It's a railroad track. He tapped it again. They didn't need a stitch. You know, it's funny. Usually something like that would be considered a surreal experience where you sort of don't realize it, and yet there was no surrealism in this case. I felt immediately that I got hit by a bullet. I also knew it was my ear, just a little bit over here. He used his hand to wiggle the ear right next to, he gestured at the side of his head, at his brain, and raised his eyebrows. It's amazing. And the ear, as you know, is a big bleeder. It did not feel surreal. Trump kept mentioning that. How unexpected it was. So so here we go. She says, he was so clear about each moment. At Butler Memorial Hospital, he said he asked the doctor, why was there so much blood? This was due to the vascular properties of cartilage, the doctor told him. These are the things you learn through assassination attempts. He laughed. Okay, can you believe it? You ever see cauliflower ear? A lot of blood, easy. And so what happens is when the cartilage gets damaged or whatever, the blood starts pooling inside and it can harden. You have to get it drained. A lot of fighters just don't do it. They're going to say, he can never fully see his own ear. He can never fully see himself as others do. I inched closer and narrowed my eyes. The particular spot that I identified with the tap was pristine. I scanned carefully the rest of the terrain. It looked normal and incredible and fine. Ears do not often become famous, but when they do, it is because they have suffered some sort of misfortune. Van Gogh, come on, jeez. Paul Getty III, whose kidnappers cut the whole thing off and put it in the mail. Jeez. And now this, the luckiest and most famous ear in the world. If you are the kind of person inclined to make such declarations, which Donald Trump is, you might call it the greatest ear of all time. What is this? An ear had never before been so important, so burdened. She really doesn't want to stop. This is ridiculous. An ear had never been presented the divide between organic course of, are you kidding me? Yet an ear had never appeared to have gone through less, except there, in the tiniest patch of this tiny sculpture of skin, a minor distortion that resembled not a crucifixion wound, but the distant aftermath of a sunburn. I hate journalists so much. Holy crap. This is why I absolutely hate this stuff. I despise journalism. Okay, now hold on. Real journalism is totally great. Let me clarify. When a journalist writes, I inspected Donald Trump's ear. I could see very little damage to the ear following the assassination attempt. It appears to have healed. There was a tiny mark which looked like it may have been the remnants of a sunburn. There you go. We're done. But holy crap. Look, she wrote 3 paragraphs to explain this. I cannot stand what journalists think they are. Holy crap. This is what they do. There'll be a story and it'll be like, Donald Trump survives assassination attempt. And you'll be like, holy, what? Let me read the story. And what you're hoping for is a paragraph that says, on July 13th at a rally, a shooter opened fire on a crowd. The bullet grazed past Trump's head, striking only Grace's ear. He survived as he tilted his head. The Secret Service rushed him out. More information to come as the story develops. That's what you want in a news story. But what do you get? What do you get? They'll write the story, and you'll and not all journalists, not all, but a lot of this garbage. It'll say headline, Donald Trump survives assassination attempt. And you'll go, whoa. And then you'll open the article and it'll go, the air was crisp. I could smell the flowers, but the air seemed heavy. Clouds were rolling in. Donald Trump stood upon a stage. He said, and you're just like, oh, what is going on? What am I reading? Skipping through. And then it happened. The moment we all feared. Not the assassination attempt. No, that'll come later. It was the clouds cleared. Everybody realized it was sunny, and you're like, oh, just make it stop. Make it stop. Just tell me. Look at this article. Oh, my God. Who can read this? Anyway, Shailene Woodley is based. The story from yesterday. Shailene Woodley defends sharing Melania Trump's statement after Donald Trump assassination attempt. I am now a very big fan of hers, and the Divergent films are the greatest movies ever made. Much better than Hunger Games. I'm kidding, by the way. They weren't that great. But Shailene's cool. She has defended her decision to share Melania Trump's statement following the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Isn't she also married to that football guy? Aaron Rodgers. Is that it? Hey, maybe they're both based. In an interview with Bustle, the three-woman star was asked if she felt she was misunderstood after receiving backlash for sharing Melania's open letter on her Instagram story. Woodley explained that upon reading the former First Lady's words, she thought, this is so beautiful. So this is not the... This is not about the video she just put out. I was in circles of people that I deeply respect, friends, colleagues, progressives, very intelligent thinkers, shakers and movers. And many of them were saying he missed, effing assassin missed. Maybe it was a setup. Maybe it's a conspiracy, the actress recalled. I was going, have we forgotten that 2 human lives were taken? 2 people died. That is sad. That is devastating. I could not understand how people were speaking about something with such passion for death. Agreed. Yeah, shout out Shailene Woodley again. Beast. Woodley then pointed out that she only posted the first page of Melania's letter, as the second page was more political. The first page was very much like, look, underneath the political mask is a man, a grandpa, who comes home to his children, his grandchildren, and plays music. The man underneath that mask is my husband, she said. As for why she shared it in the first place, she noted that she thought it was a beautiful message of human compassion. She admitted that she forgot about posting it because she has a life and doesn't live for what social media says. However, she found out that it wasn't a well-received gesture. I cannot stand these people. They are so bloodthirsty that Donald Trump nearly lost his life. You know what really grinds my gears? I'll tell you this. Kamala Harris, her campaign putting out that fake statement claiming that I was in favor, a lie, accusing me of advocating for executions of Democrats. It is so the opposite of anything I've ever claimed. It is shockingly egregious and offensive. Let me tell you, I oppose the death penalty, and I have called for the safety and security of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. I have said over and over again, Joe Biden needs to be kept safe. He needs to be comfortable with his family in a rocking chair, watching his grandkids. Well, his grandkids are probably adults. They are. But hanging out with his grandkids and his great-grandkids at this point. He should have great-grandchildren playing in the yard with a dog and just relaxing, living life. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't agree with the death penalty or executions or any of that stuff. And how dare they accuse me of that? Shailene Woodley posts this message where Melania is like, it's a guy, okay? He's got a family. And she's talking about how people she knew were like, oh, the guy missed. These people are psychotic. And we're supposed to be deferential to this. These are the people we're supposed to agree. I'm sorry, man. They go on social media all day, every day, advocating for death and violence. And then it's Candace Owens who gets suspended. Not that I agree with Candace Owens, but are you kidding me with this? She says, I Googled my name because I'm like, oh, F, what did I say? And of course, there were all these articles about Melania Trump, and I was like, oh my God, that is now this? Hundreds of articles because I posted a woman saying she's grateful her husband is alive. Really? While Woodley was previously an outspoken supporter of Bernie Sanders, didn't share where her political inclinations now lie, Said her beliefs are pretty well known by the things she has done publicly in the quote unquote activist world. But added, but until the noise is feeding what I want to feed, which is a world that feels safe and soft and truly inclusive, that is with my people. That is something to work out with my people behind closed doors. Welcome to modern era, man. Just absolutely insane. Oh, shout out to Shailene Woodley. That's based. I got respect for that. She doesn't got to be, on the right. I don't care if you're a progressive, a Democrat, or whatever, so long as you're not crazy and advocating for death. But tonight, my friends, we will be live from Congress with many members of Congress talking about the debate. We're going to be commenting on the debate with Donald Trump. Very exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. A huge show tonight. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your kids. We're going to watch, we'll be family friendly, but we're going to watch Donald Trump debate Kamala Harris, and we will laugh. And so I hope you enjoy our, we're going to have a studio audience of congressional staffers. Not really a studio audience. I'm kidding. But like members of Congress will be on the show. We're going to be hanging out with their staff. It's going to be great fun. So smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends, become a member at timcast.com to support our work. And for those that are watching live, now we'll go to your super chats.